I said, Michael, the way this works is if you have truthful information about Donald Trump, that's clearly what they're looking for, I can have all your legal problems solved by the end of the week. His response, I swear to God, Bob, I don't have anything on Donald Trump.
That was Michael Cohen's former legal advisor, Robert Costello, testifying before the House Weaponization Committee on Capitol Hill Wednesday about his interactions with President Trump's former lawyer as Cohen was on the stand in Trump's hush money trial. Cohen is expected to be back on the witness stand in Trump's New York trial tomorrow to resume that testimony, which has largely been panned by legal analysts. Joining me now with reaction on all of this is National Press Secretary for the Trump campaign, Karoline Leavitt. Karoline, thanks very much for being here. I want to get your reaction to all that we've talked about this morning. But first, are you expecting the Trump defense team to call Robert Costello to testify in the actual trial?
Well, it is possible that our defense team calls Mr. Costello to testify this week. That is up to the judge to approve that. However, what I will say is I'm not even allowed to comment on what Mr. Costello just said in that clip that you played because of the unconstitutional gag order that the judge has imposed on not only President Trump in this case, but also our entire campaign team. We've been sitting in that courtroom for 4 weeks now, Maria, and the prosecution hasn't even come close to proving a crime because President Trump never committed a crime. They've known that all along. This judge knows that. This case is only going forward because it's being pushed by a Democrat judge, a Democrat district attorney, and ultimately Joe Biden as election interference in an attempt to weaken President Trump ahead of the next election. But it's not working. If you look at the polls, the American public see this case for what it is. It's a witch hunt, and they want Joe Biden to focus on the issues that matter to them, such as inflation and immigration, which he can't be trusted on.
Well, you've been in that courtroom most days. Do you believe President Trump will get a fair jury?
Well, that's part of the reason this case was brought in downtown Manhattan, because the Democrats know that it's nearly impossible to get a truly fair and impartial jury in a Democrat jurisdiction that voted for Joe Biden 80% to 20% in the last election.
Okay.
However, the prosecution's case is so weak that it's very hard to imagine that anyone can look at this and think that President Trump is truly guilty of a crime, because he is not.
Okay. Karoline, stay right there. We've got more with you coming up. Quick break and then more with Trump campaign National Press Secretary Karoline Leavitt. Welcome back, and I'm back with Trump campaign National Press Secretary Karoline Leavitt. Karoline, you may have heard my interview at the top of the show with RFK Jr. He took a few shots at Trump. He wants to be on that debate stage. He said these two people shut down the economy, drove up the debt. I should be on the campaign stage because I am eligible. What does Trump feel about that?
President Trump has said he has absolutely no problem with RFK Jr. being on that debate stage, even though RFK Jr. is not polling very well. But it's Joe Biden who has the real issue with RFK Jr. participating in these debates, because Joe Biden knows that RFK Jr. pulls more votes from him than he does from President Trump. That's because RFK Jr. is a radical leftist. He campaigned for Obama and Hillary in the past election cycles. He supports a 70% income tax on the American people. His energy agenda is more on brand with communist China than the United States of America. He's a radical leftist, but President Trump has no problem debating him.
Will Trump do the debate even if Joe Biden doesn't take a drug test? Yes or no?
He will be there anytime, anywhere, any place.
Karoline, thank you.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.